So how did we choose our kids' names? So before I was married, I had picked out all of my kids' names that I wanted, and then Ryan found out what they were and he vetoed them. So we were back to square one. But soon after we found out that Savannah was a girl, we knew that her name was going to be Savannah. We knew we wanted something that was pretty, but also something that was unique that you don't really hear a lot. So we really liked Savannah. And for her middle name, that took a little bit longer. My mom told me a story about how her grandma, Beth, she always wanted to name one of her daughters Elizabeth after her grandma, but she never was able to. And so then she asked all her children and all her grandchildren to name one of their children Elizabeth. And so my mom, she was determined to name one of her daughters Elizabeth. But her older sister was like, no, I'm going to name one of my children Elizabeth. I wanted that name first. So my mom's like, okay, fine, you can do it. And so my mom had her two girls, and she didn't name either of them Elizabeth. And then my aunt, she had her girl, and she didn't include Elizabeth in the name. So my mom was telling me this story, and while she was telling me, I was saying in my head, Savannah Elizabeth. And I really liked it, how it sounded together. And so that's what we decided to go with. And another story that goes with that is that my mom was selling some stuff on one of the Facebook garage sale groups, and this woman came by to pick up one of the things that she sold, and I guess she was a medium, so she walked in the house and she grabbed the thing, and then she walked out, and when she was walking back to her car, my mom was next to her, and she said, is it okay if I ask you something? And I was like, yeah. And so she said, when I was in the house, I got I think she said, congratulations to my mom. And my mom said, thanks. And she's like, yeah, when I was in the house, I got this really strong sense that someone in the house was pregnant, so it must be you, right? She was like, no, actually my daughter upstairs was pregnant. And I had been upstairs at the time. And so then she's like, oh, well, that's what it must have been. And then she said, I'm getting this really strong feeling that someone's grandmother is thanking your daughter for naming her daughter after her grandma. I don't know if I believe in that kind of stuff, but I guess it makes me believe a little bit more. So Savannah's name was pretty easy to think of. We had our first name right away, and then as soon as we found a middle name that was pretty and sounded good with the first name, then her name was set, and we were able to call her Savannah Elizabeth pretty much the whole pregnancy after finding out that she was a girl. So with Bentley, his name was a little bit harder. First of all, if Bentley had been a girl, this would not have been a problem because we had a girl name picked out. And we also had a few boy names picked out, but then as soon as we found out that he was a boy, we didn't like them anymore. So we had to go back to the drawing board. And so Ryan was saying all these macho names, and I wanted more cute names. And Ryan really wanted the name Bear, but I wasn't going to name my son Bear as a first name, so that's how we got the middle name, was Bear. I compromised and said that we could give him the middle name Bear, but not first name. And so for the first name, I had a list of maybe 3 or 5 names when we went to the hospital, and he still didn't have a name when we went to the hospital. Then, a couple hours after Bentley was born, Ryan decided that we needed to name him. And so he looked at the list of names I had, and he chose his favorite from the list, which was Bentley. So that's how Bentley Bear got his name. So let me know down in the comments what your kids' names are and if they got them in any special way. And like and subscribe to the Blegen Bunch so you can see updates for our new videos, which get posted every Friday. Okay, bye!